Hey guys, how you doing today? Okay, I'm going to try to make a really quick video here. I've had a lot of people, text me, and they're asking me if I could help them to better understand the Auc-rite 5-in-1 weather station, okay? Or at least, explain how exactly this thing works, okay? Alright, let's go through it again, okay? I'm going to try to make this quick and as simple as possible for you to understand. Mind you, it took me a couple of days for me to grasp actually what was going on here myself, so, you're not alone. Okay, the 5-in-1 weather station, okay, this is it right here, okay? That's your actual weather unit. Everything is complete, and that's considered a sensor, okay? The sensor is what sends the data to your console board. Okay, this is a picture of the console, okay? Now, when the console right here is hooked up to your computer, alright, that data that it receives goes to your computer. Then from your computer it goes onto the internet, onto Weather Underground, is where it is then shared, alright? Now, if this computer of yours that this is hooked up to, if the computer is shut down, then the data is also shut down, alright? So how do we alleviate that problem? Well, what you have to make sure is that, if you can see in this picture right here, this is the bridge, a data bridge. A lot of weather stations, when they first came out with the concept of a data bridge, it's real simple. That's what it means. It's a bridge that basically connects and bypasses your computer. Alright, let me come up here for a second. Okay, this is the data bridge right here. See it flashing right there? That's the bridge. Okay, it's kind of flashing away. It's telling me that it's receiving data from the weather station outside. Now, okay, so again, here's what's happening there, okay? If my computer shuts down right now completely, I turn it off, okay, the data from the weather station outside is now being sent to the bridge, alright? And then from the bridge, it's being sent to the console, and then it's also being sent onto the internet, okay? So I tell people to make it real simple. If you want to, okay, go ahead and the 5-in-1 is a great system, okay, and I love it. It's really working out good, okay. As long as you do the maintenance on it, keep it clean, keep an eye on it, and because just take care of it, you want to make sure you clean out your debris field. There's like a little, inside your rain gauge, there's a little filter. You want to make sure you keep it cleaned out, otherwise the rainwater is not going to be able to pass down into the sensor, okay? The display panel, okay, it can pick up, well, I shouldn't say it can detect up to 3 sensors, okay? So you can have your weather station, you can have an external thermometer, or 2 of them, and it'll actually record those 2, you can have 3 sensors, okay? I'm starting to confuse myself here, okay? Let me buzz into the software program here real quick, alright? Okay. Okay, what's happening again is this is my dashboard. Okay, this is the software that Auc-rite uses to record the data from my weather station, and you can also add weather stations from your friends who have an Auc-rite as well. All you have to do is come up here onto the top of your screen. You're going to set up your bridge first. That's your bridge, okay? That's your MAC code for your bridge that's hooked up to the router or your modem, okay? Then you can say share my bridge. Now, you're sharing your bridge means you're sharing the data from your weather station to Weather Underground. Alright, so you want to make sure you create for yourself an account for Weather Underground. And I have two of them, two accounts with Weather Underground, and I've separated them by about 200 feet. I can do that because I have a lot of acreage here, so I did that. I made my garage a weather station point and my house a weather station point. Up here it says follow my friend's bridge. That's where you type in the MAC code. If you have a friend of yours who has a backyard, an Auc-rite 5-in-1 weather station, you get their MAC code and you simply put it into the program. I'll click and show you. You simply click the little arrow and then you can add their information like I did here. Okay, I have Claysburg, which is Blue Knob, and I have State College. All right, and I can add additional weather stations if I want to. Okay, or I can go to Weather Underground and access the same information, but it makes it a lot faster because it's accessing it through my backyard weather, and it's just right there. It's a lot easier. Now again, remember, okay, the weather station, you have to have that bridge for that information to go onto the internet 24/7. If you don't have the bridge, then the data will be going to the internet as long as you have your computer turned on. So that's basically the only difference, okay, to keep that in mind. Hopefully in the future, Auc-rite may potentially alleviate having to buy an external weather, the bridge, okay? I'm hoping that here in the future that they can take the bridge and simply incorporate it right into the console board up here, okay? Making it a lot easier to do that. Now mind you, again, don't forget, okay, you don't need the weather bridge, okay? You don't need the bridge unless you keep your unless you, like, if you're a person who turns off your computer at night, you need the bridge, okay? If you keep your computer on all the time, that's fine. You don't need the bridge. Got that? Okay. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. If you're still confused, you can always contact Auc-rite. They are the professionals. They could probably make it sound a lot easier than what I can, but it's real simple, folks, okay? Again, check out Auc-rite, the 5-in-1 weather station. It's absolutely a good deal, okay? Now, another thing I want to make sure you know is, okay, you can only have a maximum of, up here it says manage my sensors, okay? You can only have a maximum of 3 sensors being managed by the software program, okay? Alright, so here's my chicory, my sensors, okay? So you can only have 3. And I have my weather station, which is really 1 sensor in itself. And then I have another sensor in my attic. That's 2. I got room for 1 more sensor, okay?